What's going on YouTube? It's your boy SteezyASmith in the building, and today we're back at it yet again with another installment of our 3 keys to the Seattle Seahawks victory. And this week we're looking at the 3 keys to victory against America's team and the Dallas Cowboys. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
What's going on? What's going on? Your boy SteezyASmith in the building.
Team Steezy. What's going on, y'all? I hope you guys are having a beautiful evening here in the Pacific Northwest. For those of you new to this channel, my name is Calvin Domingo, aka SteezyASmith. If you haven't already, please show us some love. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, and our goal is to reach 1,000 by the end of this year. Right now, as of the recording for this video, we are at 803, so please help us run it up. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And last but not least, it's time to get into it. My 3 keys to the Seattle Seahawks victory against America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. All right, so key number 1. I think we gotta air it out. Fight fire with fire. Obviously, when you're looking at these 2 teams, the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys, these are 2 very high-octane, high-flying offenses. The Dallas Cowboys are averaging 28.5 points per game on the season, while the Seattle Seahawks are averaging 36.5 points per game on the season. And you look at the weapons that these 2 teams have. Starting with the Seahawks, we got Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Greg Olsen, Will Dissly, Chris Carson, the list goes on. Dallas, same thing. Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CD Lamb. They had a newcomer emerge at tight end, and I think his name was Dalton Schultz. And another factor to look at is Dallas is missing their starting cornerback. You also add the fact that their secondary has been atrocious all season long, and that's another reason why I believe that if it came down to who could score the most points, give the advantage to Seattle. The team is already missing their starting cornerback, and their secondary has been terrible and abysmal without or with them in the lineup. And so I think that Seattle could really look to pour on the points here and look for this game to get ugly if the Seattle Seahawks can build up the lead. And so my key number 1 for the Seattle Seahawks victory against the Dallas Cowboys, let's air it out and fight fire with fire. Key number 2, we got to get stops on 3rd down. On the season, we're currently allowing teams to convert 54% of their 3rd downs. Dallas, behind a high-flying, high-octane, very explosive offense, they're converting about 40% of their 3rd downs to the on the season to date. And so if we're to allow Dallas to consistently and continually convert on 3rd down with the weapons that they have, they're going to take full advantage of that. And definitely on 3rd down, Dak Prescott is also a major threat to get out of the pocket and scramble and make plays. That's what he does, especially against us. He has a history of doing so, dating back to the wild card game in Dallas a couple of years ago. And so I think that if we're able to contain the Dallas Cowboys on 3rd down, get stops, look to contain Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott, that'll be another key to victory against the Dallas Cowboys. Last but not least, key number 3. Let's get physical with Amari Cooper. Last season, superstar wide receiver and 5-year, $100 million contract wide receiver, Amari Cooper had 4 games with under 25 yards. Guess what the Dallas Cowboys record was in those 4 games? 1-3. Simply put, I don't know if he's a true number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. I don't know if he's the top 10 wide receiver in football, but he's the number 1 wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. And if we're able to take him out of the game, I think that bodes well for our chances to win. Simply put, he has had plenty of instances where he's disappeared from the game. As I mentioned about his struggles last season, I know that this season he's gotten out to a great start, but I think that if we end up being physical with Amari Cooper, if we tell the coverage to press up on him, I think that'll bother him a little bit and throw him off his rhythm, throw him off his game. Dak Prescott, he struggles tremendously when his number 1 wide receiver isn't playing particularly well. And I understand the wide receiver corps is a lot deeper this season with the emergence of CD Lamb and hopefully the rise of Michael Gallup. But if we were to take away their number 1 wide receiver in Amari Cooper, that bodes very well for our chances in a victory against America's team. Alright, so to recap, my 3 keys to the Seattle Seahawks victory against the Dallas Cowboys are 1, let's air it out. Fight fire with fire. When it comes down to it, if both defenses aren't going to show up, then who's going to score more points? Seattle Seahawks will. Number 2, let's get stops on 3rd down. We allow teams to convert 54% of their 3rd downs. the Dallas Cowboys have a very explosive offense and convert 40% of their third downs. So if we are able to get key stops on third down, able to contain Dak Prescott, then that bodes well for our chances of victory. Last but not least, key number 3 to victory is let's get physical with Amari Cooper. He has a tendency to disappear at times, and when he disappears, Dak Prescott's play. So let me know in the comments below, what are your 3 keys to a Seattle Seahawks victory against the Dallas Cowboys? Be sure to show us some love. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment. Be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow us on Instagram at SteezyASmith. And that's gonna be it for today, folks. Have a good night, y'all, and Steezy out.